Trolleyzz, hello. How are you doing, sweetheart? How was your stream?
Hi, stepdad. How are you? Stream was good. Did the podcast. You know, you've been on the podcast.
I have been on the podcast where you do a deep dive in everyone's social media and you bring up a lot of things that I may have not wanted anyone to remember that I did. But guess what? You found it. You found it, and I appreciate that.
And my guest was Luna, who has more online relevancy than you.
Wow.
Dating back to 2009.
Wow. That's amazing.
Wow.
To have the internet footprint like that, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
that was the deep dive. Trolleyzz, explain to everyone what you do on the internet besides your lovely podcast.
I do a lot, and it's a lot. Every single stream is something different. Like tomorrow, I'm doing Fortnite Friday, but I'm streaming on Kick because I'm a degenerate.
Ooh.
But podcasts are usually every other Thursday. I get drunk on Wednesdays with friends and play Warzone.
Ooh.
I try to showcase like updates on games that I play, like Overwatch, Fortnite, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm looking at my calendar right now. There's so much shit going on. I got a Minecraft charity tournament on Saturday.
Oh, wonderful!
That's gonna be a big one.
What is the charity that you're doing? Is if you don't win Minecraft, do you not give money to charity? Is that how that works?
No, so the donations can actually affect my gameplay along with other people's gameplays.
Okay.
It's all built in through a program.
Okay.
The charity is Project Hope.
Wonderful.
And they're supporting the victims of everything that's gone on in Ukraine, along with the earthquake that affected Turkey. And they also provide mental health resources worldwide. So
wonderful. That's awesome. Charities are cool. Minecraft, maybe not so much, but that's stepdad doesn't like to get drunk and play Minecraft. Stepdad likes to get drunk and then yell at people outside. So it's a little different. It's a little different. Have you
touch grass IRL? I touch grass in gaming.
That's true. I think it's pretty much the same thing. Have you played Dungeons and Dragons before?
Nope.
Awesome. You're pretty much in the same realm.
I had to watch like 5 of the previous No Dungeons, No Dragons episodes, which you guys can find on YouTube.
That's right, folks. Every episode gets uploaded to YouTube and clipped on the internet. I'm all over the place.
And
Thank you for that
find clips
promo.
on Instagram and YouTube Shorts as well. So I watched a few of those today leading up to this to figure out what the hell the dice does. So I found out that bad numbers are low and good numbers are high.
That's true. You are correct. See, you're so smart. Trolleyzz, you're a smart individual. And I think it's going to help you on this game quite a bit. So, shall we begin?
As much as I want to say no, yes.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Trolleyzz, your campaign today is called Stuck in Traffic. Have you ever been stuck in traffic before? Do they have traffic in Canada?
They do. Usually roadblocks are caused by the Cobra chickens, as some people would call them, but the Canadian geese.
Okay.
But I don't drive. So
God damn it! I need to do more research on people. Nephew Quinn doesn't have a license. You don't fucking drive. Like, God damn it!
I am a road raging passenger princess, though.
Okay, perfect. Well, then you could probably relate a little bit. Your name is Raymond Wallace. You are 35 years old. Is that okay?
That is okay.
Wonderful. All right, let me read you a scenario. Finally, the day has come. You think to yourself as you make yourself some nice, delicious tea. You've been working all month on a presentation that could potentially alter the trajectory of not only the company you work for, but also the your career and your life. As you begin to get dressed and brush your teeth, you practice your lines in the mirror. Right now at your company, you are a professional old person snuggler. But with this presentation, you might be able to upgrade your role to professional midlife crisis person snuggler. You hop into your 1995 blue Ford Bronco while thinking of all the cool ways you could snuggle someone who just left their wife to pursue their dream job of owning a hot dog stand. As you get on the highway, you see that traffic is starting to slow down. You see your miles per hour get lower and lower until it's a complete stop. After 10 minutes of not moving, you begin to panic. Your presentation is going to start in 15 minutes. and you're stuck in traffic. How do you proceed?
Before I proceed, what is the name of the company I work for?
The name of the company is
That
called...
I am a professional old person snuggler.
Yeah, it's called Snuggles and Huggles. They've been around for about 15 years now. They're very well known. Obviously they do house calls. They also have like an in-office snuggle thing too. Just kind of depends on pricing and insurance. Some people can afford snuggles at home. Some people prefer to get out of the house. But they've been around for about 15 years. They're gonna probably go public soon for stock options, if that helps you.
Okay. That does help a little bit. That does help a little bit, because I'm sitting here like it's gonna be struggles and snuggles if I don't get to work on time and present my amazing presentation to my boss. Now I'm stuck in traffic, so I'm sitting here looking at what color is the car in front of me?
The car in front of you is red.
And what car am I driving?
You are driving a 1995 blue Ford Bronco. Similar.
If this traffic
I'm gonna
doesn't
say
move.
similar to the OJ car. I will side note. I did write Ford Bronco down, and then I said I think this is the OJ car, and I said I'll look at that up later, and then I didn't.
Well, I want to look at my GPS and see how far I am away from work currently.
Okay. You're going to pull out your phone and look at your GPS. You do roll a natural 20. Congratulations. You look at your phone so good with optimal efficiency. You see that you can get to your work if you get off of the next exit, which is about a quarter mile down the way. Do they have quarter miles in Canada? I think so.
It's about 5 feet.
Yeah, it's the next exit. So you got there's a little bit of there, but you can get off there and it's right over there. It's a quick trip.
And what lane am I in on this highway?
You are currently in a 5-lane highway, and you are in the... Let me look. You are going to be in the 4th lane. It goes from 5 to 1 being your exit 1. You're going to exit on the right side, so you are on the left side.
Okay. So I am going to look at my side mirrors and see what cars are around me, hoping that there is not a semi to my right.
Okay. You roll another 20. Congratulations. You look to your left and you see a yellow vehicle, a small, like a Ford Pinto, and then to your right you see another yellow vehicle, a Ford Taurus. So another four-door vehicles, very small. They're also trying to merge, but obviously like you're stuck in traffic, no one's moving. So
of course. Now I am going to be looking for the smallest gap between the yellow Ford Pinto and the red car in front of me that we have not named.
Okay. That red car is a Nissan Sentra.
Of course it is.
Yeah, of course.
Of course it is. Well, yeah, I'd like to roll to see my odds of making it through a small gap that might or might not exist.
Okay, so you're gonna go. You're
Pinto.
gonna try to go right, correct?
I'm going to try and merge right towards the exit to make it to the 3rd lane.
Okay, you roll a 13. You notice that there is a little bit of a gap there. It seems like the Ford Pinto guy is really like aggressive. He's like kind of white knuckling it. He looks like he's stop and go. Like he'll hit his gas, hit his brake, hit his gas. He's just trying to get there. He looks a little intense. Let's put it that way.
Okay. I am going to ignore the Ford Pinto driver and force my way into the right lane.
Okay. I'm gonna roll to cut off the Ford Pinto.
Cut off the Ford Pinto.
You roll an 18.
Okay.
You manage to ease your way in about halfway because traffic is not moving, but you're halfway in that lane. The Ford Pinto guy looks at you and he starts slamming on his horn, and he starts cursing. He starts flicking you off. Fuck you, man. What are you doing? You know, screw you, you piece of shit. How do you proceed?
With traffic not moving, I lock eyes with this driver.
Okay.
I blow him a kiss, and I continue to look at what's in front of me.
Okay. I'm going to roll to blow a kiss. You roll a 3. So you try to blow a kiss, but you kind of like burp instead. This guy takes offense to that. He puts his car in park and gets out of his car and starts screaming at you. It's like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? I'm trying to get somewhere. We're all trying to get somewhere, man. So he's out of his car screaming. Right now, he's on kind of like your passenger side door. Just trying to get your attention, just screaming at you.
Okay. Rough estimate on how old this man is?
Let's let the die decide.
Let's let the die decide.
The die rolls a 20. So he is a fit. He's about, we'll go 5'11", and he is 24, and he's fit as fuck. He goes to the gym. He lifts weights, baby. You can tell.
I thought it was supposed to be good. Damn. Okay.
Well,
so this guy
we let the die decide. The die was the person, so
the die could have given me a 65-year-old that I would have snuggled with in traffic, but it's okay. As a professional old person cuddler trying to get into the midlife crisis section, I'll eventually get to this big, buff, muscular 24-year-old.
Perfect.
But that's what's going on in my head. This guy is too young to snuggle. All it's giving me is struggles.
Yeah.
So I put my car into park.
Okay.
And I proceed to get out and try to have a civil conversation with him, letting him know that I just had Chipotle right before I got onto the highway.
Okay.
Hence why the burp.
Okay. And
just trying to ease the situation.
Okay, you're explaining that you ate Chipotle for breakfast and that
leftover burrito.
Leftover burrito. You roll a 20. Congratulations, Jesus. You explain to the man that, hey, I ate a Chipotle burrito for breakfast for some reason. So I'm a little bit burpy.
Of course I did.
I meant to send you a kiss as a nice gesture, but it came out as a burp. Please forgive me. The guy's taken a little bit back by your honesty. He says, okay, you know, I'm sorry, it's early. You know, what are you going to do? But, like, I don't like that you cut me off. Like, that's, you know, we're all trying to get somewhere, man.
At this point, I continue to lay on the honesty. God, give me a D20. And I let him know that I am urgently trying to get off at the next exit so I can go present to become a potential midlife crisis cuddle.
Okay. You roll a 13. So you do explain this job. The guy has not really heard of this profession before. It must be more of a rare thing for people his age to not hear of this profession, and he doesn't believe you. He thinks you're lying to me. He's like, man, like, you know, I was gonna let you through, but no one's an actual professional snuggler. That's absurd. And now you're lying to me, and I hate liars. I hate liars. And he like punches his car real quick.
Does he leave a little dent?
He does leave a little dent. He's very muscular and very strong.
Uh-oh. Okay. Traffic has still yet to move.
Nope. Yeah, it's at a standstill.
Oh, okay. How do I want to go with this as Raymond Wallace? I proceed to look for my wallet that contains the ID card I have for my very extravagant business that I work for that you said has been around for 15 years. I should have ID cards.
Okay. You roll a 15. So you do go back inside your car, and you got 15 years, baby. And you pull out your wallet, and you get your ID to show them, and you hold it to them. You walk up to them, and you show it to him. Go, here, this is my ID. I do work there. It is my job. He looks at it, and he says, okay, I guess I believe you. And he just gets back in his car, and he just he's like kind of defeated. You broke a man's spirit.
Listen, he'll use that as motivation to get to the gym this morning.
That's
after
right.
We all get off this highway.
That's right. Traffic begins to move a little bit, and you're now in front of him. You're in the third lane. It starts to move a little more. There's another car next to you. It is a blue Nissan Altima. I'm assuming you want to try to merge. Okay.
Yes.
You're put the Go ahead.
How far are we? You said a quarter mile to start. What are we, about halfway through that?
We're about halfway through that right now. So
okay.
Okay, we're gonna roll for merge.
So
you roll an 18. You rolled an 18. Ooh. You merge perfectly. The person even waves at you like, hey, you go ahead. You're good. You're in the second lane. You're getting close to your exit. How do we proceed?
If it is a one-lane exit, I only have one option. As Raymond Wallace, I proceed to try and merge into the first and exit lane. Another merge. I'm on cloud 9.
You roll a 7.
Shit.
While you are merging, you actually hit a vehicle. You hit a army green Ford Explorer. The guy gets out, and he just starts yelling at you. You can't believe you hit his brand new car. He's pissed. What do you do?
Description of the man I hit.
Let's see. I'm letting the dice decide at this point.
Let the die decide.
The die rolled a 9, so he's pretty. He's like 5'7". He's pretty scrawny. He's, compensating a little bit because the Ford Explorer is a bigger vehicle. Yes. He's wearing business attire.
Okay, so I pretty much hit Capri. Got it. Good to know. After assessing who I hit and what I hit, I proceed to hit and run because this promotion is worth more.
Oh, let's go. Let's commit some crimes, baby.
Fender bender.
You rolled a 7.
Shit.
So while you hit the car again, and you back up, and you hit another car, and you go forward, and you get off of the highway. Unfortunately, you do leave your bumper behind. But you get off the highway, and you make it to the parking lot of your office, the company, Snuggles and Huggles. How do you proceed?
Can I roll to make sure I am not being followed by any of the people I hit?
Yes. You roll a 7. You think there's probably a good possibility that you can hear some yelling, beeping, and the Ford Explorer is definitely getting off of the highway at some point. So,
okay. I proceed, if I am in the parking lot, to become that 24-year-old fit man and use all of my strength and speed to run inside.
Okay, you're going to run inside the building and try to avoid all the people that you did the hit and run. You rolled a 19. You do that successfully. You slide, action roll, James Bond style slide into that building, and you see the secretary, and she already knows who you are, and she waves you to go past. You get to the elevator, you go in. There's the office.
One more thing to do.
You look at your watch and you go, I am 2 minutes early. So how do we proceed?
All right. In this office, is there a water cooler?
Yeah, there's a water cooler.
Okay, I proceed to take a couple deep breaths with my 2 minutes of spare time.
Okay.
Get a nice little cup of water. I don't chug it because I'm out of breath. I take a little sip.
You take some sips
Calm
of
the
water.
nerves.
You rolled a 17, so you did do exactly that successfully. Great job. You threw the paper cup away. You did it in the right way. Wow. It's superstar employee.
Incredible.
All right, I think it's time for your presentation.
I think it's time.
You go into the presentation room and you see your boss, other CEOs, CFOs, other managers, and they say, well, Raymond, you need to tell us what your big idea is.
Okay. As a long-term old person snuggler, I have learned the ins and outs of snuggling, catering to any and all needs, especially those really finite, detailed ones. That's how I start the presentation. I then proceed to show a PowerPoint because old people love PowerPoints. And I'm hoping that my USB drive is not malfunctioning. Only the die will tell.
Yeah, with the die will tell.
Only the die will tell if my USB is working.
You roll a 5, so your USB is not working. You plug it in. Actually, what happens is that you have your USB formatted for a PC, and the person that you're using their laptop is actually an Apple. So the USB does not even work. So you need to do this on the fly.
I hold back my judgment of an Apple laptop user.
Yes.
And proceed to talk about my presentation a cappella, I guess you could say.
Perfect. Continue with your presentation.
I let everybody around the table know that as somebody who has dealt with a couple people in their midlife crisis earlier today, the needs and wants of these people seem stronger than the old people who might just need a little bit of companionship. These people need to get out of a drought, a mental drought. Now, what I plan to bring to these guys, first off, is an experience like they'll never have again, especially with my expertise and knowledge of the 5 ways to snuggle. Forwards, backwards, upside down, left and right.
Forwards, backwards, upside down, left and right. That is 5. That is 5. I don't even have to roll for that. That is 5. Great job. That is the 5 ways of snuggling. Everyone knows.
Learn that from dodgeball. Duck, dodge, dip, dive, and dodge.
There we go.
Whatever it is.
I am going. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say at your presentation?
How are they feeling so far?
I'm gonna roll to read the room. You rolled a 6. So they were really hoping for a PowerPoint presentation because they're older and they love that kind of visual medium where you get to move a slide over and over again.
Oh yeah.
But they're listening because they have nothing better to do. So
I proceed by offering a test on one of the associates who would like to participate so I could show them
perfect
5 ways of snuggles.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to see which person you get to snuggle.
Give me the CEO.
You rolled a 4. It's the CEO, baby. Everyone points to the CEO, and the CEO can't say no at that point when everyone points to him. So the CEO stands up, not very excited, and stands next to you, and he looks at you and says, Raymond, let's just get this over with.
How long has this guy been the CEO?
For 15 years. He pretty much started the
Oh,
company.
no new ownership. Okay,
Yeah.
shit. Got it. I'm going into this nervous based on a 6.
Yeah.
But I rest assured that the CEO, William Snugglesman, that he will have the best experience of his life as a middle-aged man who has probably gone through his midlife crisis already. I proceed to start with the hardest snuggling position, upside down.
Okay.
I proceed to put him into a tombstone pile driver position.
Yeah, you rolled a 15, so you
Tell me how this goes.
you spin the CEO upside down, and you hold him in a tombstone position without hurting him, and you're both breathing at the same time for a moment, and then you spin him back around and place him down, and he seems amused by that, weirdly enough.
That is the forbidden upside down way.
Okay. He says that's not bad. That's pretty skillful. Also, it should be noted that HR is nowhere to be found.
Thank God. Thank God. I was about to say, are we rolling for HR at this point?
No, I'm just going to say HR is probably not around here at this point. Okay. All right, so you do a snuggle, and he's like, okay. What else you got?
I got one other thing to show him. I call it the 6th move of Sloom, not Doom. Sloom as in slumber.
Okay.
I then proceed to wrap my arms around his upper shoulders into neck area. Not a chokehold.
Yeah.
But more of a cuddle.
A cuddle chokehold.
But a standing one where I have my right hand on the top of his head and I'm grabbing his left shoulder. Like I said, not a chokehold.
Yeah.
And I proceed to just rub his head. Pat your head and rub your tummy.
Yeah.
I proceed to rub his head.
Okay. You roll a 15. You do what Doogie says, a consensual chokehold.
A consensual.
And you do that, and you let go, and the CEO smirks a little bit, and he sits down, and he says, Raymond, can you leave the room for a moment?
Okay.
You leave the room. There's some jibber-jabber. There's some talk going on right there. They have you come back in, and they say, Raymond, what you showed us here today was nothing short of extraordinary. You've really opened our eyes to the world of snuggling midlife crisis individuals. You are now on the board of trustees here at Snuggles and Huggles. Do you accept your position?
I will let the die decide.
Okay.
My faith.
You roll a 17, and you say, bring it here. I accept, bring it here. And you give that CEO one more good old snuggle, and you become on the board at Snuggles and Huggles for at least 15 more years, baby. Trolleyzz, you have survived your No Dungeons, No Dragons experience. How do you feel?
I feel like a man who's going to be in a midlife crisis the moment the Ford Explorer finds me.
That's right. We don't. They didn't. You were fast enough. You rolled like Magnus rolled earlier. Just 20s and 19s and Jesus Christ. Okay. Do you have anything else to say to this lovely crowd before I let you go, good sir?
I hope everybody gets the snuggles that they deserve at night. I am going to be going to snuggle with a pillow here soon because I got work in the morning.
Let's go.
But Mayor Wertz, you're always incredible to talk to.
Oh, thank you so much, buddy.
Like almost everybody else has said, this idea is fucking phenomenal. Thank you for having me on here.
Thank you.
And yeah, hopefully we can get something else going soon.
Sounds good. All right, buddy. I'm going to let you go.